What's going on, guys? My name's Citizen Nuketown, and welcome back to another gameplay commentary from me here today. And what you guys are watching is some more COD 4 shit. I throw frags over mountains, I poop on bad kids, etc, etc. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. But in this video, I want to talk to you guys about love and the quest for it, as I have recently embarked on an epic journey to find love in this club. Not actually in this club, but online and on online dating, not Xbox Live, like you might think. Because I'm such a nerd and I just play Call of Duty on the internet. But I've been trying out this online dating thing, looking for love, because, you know, I haven't found it in the usual ways, quote unquote, where you meet a friend of a friend, or you meet at work, or at some outing at the club, or at a bar, at some hobby you do. Like, I haven't had any success doing that, and it's kind of insane to do that. And a lot of the stuff that I just said isn't even fun for me, like going out to a bar and I don't drink at all. That's not fun. That's just work, trying to find love that way. So I thought this would be something cool to do, because I can just sit home with shirtless, eating Hot Pockets and kind of crying while watching The Notebook. Only half kidding about that. I do cry while watching The Notebook and sending people messages, but it's something that so far has worked for me. I've had a couple good messages with people where we go on talking for a little bit. Some of it works out where I end up getting either their phone numbers or Skype or something like that, and we keep on talking. Or even to the point where I'm actually having my first date on Tuesday. I'm taking this chick out to this Australian pie place. I met all of her qualifications, and the qualification of me having to say that joke, because I really wanted just to say that joke, and it sounded interesting too. So that's exciting, and it's definitely something that wouldn't have happened if I didn't. And at the same time as well, just remember there's a lot of times where you try to make something work and it won't. But overall, I found out a couple of things that will probably help you if you are ever interested. I know a lot of you guys aren't kind of that age group. The average COD commentary viewer is like 13 to 17, but the older guys out there might learn a thing or two. So probably the biggest thing that I've learned is dealing with volume. Volume is so very goddamn important. You're not going to just snipe that perfect chick out of there, the one, like, at least for me, it's like they like cooking, they like playing video games, they have like a sarcastic sense of humor, they're childish to an extent, and they're doing something that they love, either as a job or as a hobby. And there's something kind of passionate about them in their life, because that's kind of me, I guess, to some extent. That's what I love, and that's what makes my life fun and enjoyable. So meeting someone like that, you have to send a lot of messages, because if you try to just snipe that perfect chick that's like a 10 out of 10 looking, and she's exactly those qualifications that you're looking for, I fucking said it the weird way too again, but and you just send like the perfect message, sometimes they just won't respond, whether there's something that on your profile or pictures they're not looking for, or they just got bored of using the site and they haven't checked it, or maybe they found love already and they're trying it out for themselves, or they're just bogged down in the masses amounts of messages that other people send. So you gotta send a lot of things, and it also helps with the disappointment of things not working out. Like I've had a chick that said she wanted to go on a date, had it all planned out, bought tickets for like this food scavenger hunt thing that sounded pretty fun, and she just told me like the day before that she wanted to quote unquote reschedule and stop texting me like a couple days later, because whatever. And I'm not mad about it, because fuck it, I don't care. There's a lot of people out there, and I'm just working volume. So that's a big thing, is you just have to work volume, and you also have to put a lot of time and effort into like crafting a good profile, because if you put half-assed effort into your pictures, maybe someone might not think you're as attractive as you could be, or you're not as funny as you would think, or I don't know, the pictures of you don't like show off your best assets, or they just come across in a way that isn't very flattering, because you haven't done a couple of edits to your profile after posting it, because that's something that is very important. Also, very important to make your profile interesting. I can't express to you my frustration at looking at some of these sites and these chicks' profiles where they just talk about, they just kind of describe themselves using adjectives and they don't have any proof about it, and it's like, boring. You're adventurous, that's nice, thanks for showing me with your 6 fucking selfie shots of yourself that's the only pictures you have. How adventurous of you that you're not outside doing shit. And like, same thing goes for if you're trying to say you're funny and you're not telling jokes, or you say you care about things and you're not showing that in any way. You gotta show yourself, not explain yourself. And also, you really have to try with a bunch of different messages and trying to be normal, quote unquote, and not fall into the trap of you're this weird guy on the internet who's in their mother's basement and they're just looking for love because no one will even look at them in real life and they just want to use you for their foot fetish or some bullshit like that. There's a lot of creepy people out there, and a lot of stupid, cheesy pickup lines and shirtless mirror selfies and stupid things. Just, you gotta work on making your shit interesting. Some other stuff as well. Some of the sites are a lot better than others. Generally, if it takes more effort to make a profile, the site is better. Tinder, I'm not biggest fan, because you have to like first kind of meet in this perfect Venn diagram of you're on at the same time, you are in each other's kind of optimal distance that you're willing to meet, and the optimal like age group that you're also willing to meet in. And then you both have to agree that the one kind of picture that's describing yourself, and maybe some of the other ones, if they decide on clicking on you, and the little blurb you write is attractive enough to warrant a conversation. And then even then, if you do match and send a message to people, they will not respond. And it blows my fucking mind that someone's like, hey, you look attractive, we both think it, let's just not say anything. Oh my god, it's I don't like it. So that's a thing. What else? Plenty of Fish, another site. It's better than like Tinder, where that's a smartphone app, but it's some of the logistics of using that program or the website is kind of shitty. Like, you can't tell if you've already sent someone a message unless you do a specific search where you filter out people that you've already contacted. Which is kind of annoying to deal with, and it's really difficult to, it's not easy. It doesn't like try to make people write interesting stories about themselves, because it just pretty much says describe yourself and describe the date that you want to go on, and that's it. Where like the site that I like using the most, OkCupid, it kind of promotes using like a full thing where like, it's like 6 things that you can't live without, or what's your favorite music, books, TV shows, movies, blah blah blah, or what's something that is embarrassing that you're willing to admit, or message me if blank, and you can fill in those things, and they make better profiles. As well as they try to put like a personality test towards it, and they rate you based on match percentages and enemy percentages if you don't match. These things aren't like written in stone that it's going to be the best options for you, because the person that I'm going on a date with, literally when I sent her a message, she was like mid 20% match rating and like high 70s not match rating. So just take it for a grain of salt. But that's pretty much it for me. My name's Citizen Nuketown, and I am signing out. Peace, guys.